All right, we are back. We have downloaded our graphic and now we are ready to convert our PNG file to an SVG file that Tinkercad can understand. Click in the upper right-hand corner to go to picsvg.com. Once you get here, the screen will look something like this. Click on Upload a Picture. Find the graphic that you'd previously downloaded from the graphics folder. Click on it and hit Open. All right, scroll down and let's see what we have. We have Original and this says Download SVG. We want to download an SVG, but this isn't exactly the way I want it to look. So to change the look, we come up here where it says Filters. Right now it says Edge 2. I'm going to click on this and try a couple different ones. I'm going to go to Internal 1 and try that. And that looks really good. You can try out the different filters to see the one that you want. Once you have it the way you want it, you just click on Download SVG. All right, you can see the file name and it says Save as Type SVG. That's what we want. I am going to rename the file to remind myself that this is an SVG, and I'm going to call this Tiger Paw SVG, and then hit Save. Once you have your SVG saved, you're ready to import into Tinkercad. All right, we're back in Tinkercad. Open up your file if you're not already in there that has your design of keychain or other item that you're making. Now we're going to import our SVG file. We're going to go to Import. And as you can see, these are the files that Tinkercad supports, and we're going to be importing a SVG file. All right, we're going to click where it says Choose a File. Once you do that, find where you have saved your SVG file. For now, we're just going to leave everything as it is. We're going to leave the scale at 100% so you can see what it looks like when you import. So just click Import, and it does take sometimes a little while to import. As you can see, it imports very large. So we're going to have to resize our tiger paw or other item that you chose. You may have to zoom way out to get to the corner handles to change the size. So I'm going to just start by changing it to 2 inches by 2 inches. Okay, now I'm going to bring it back to where my keychain base is, and now we can work on placing it. All right, I'm going to resize it a little bit more to make it smaller. All right, I'm going to drag it towards the bottom here. As you can see, I can't quite center this. There's a couple ways we can do that. We can either use the Align tool, or we can just use our arrow keys. One thing you can do is change the snap grid. Right now it's 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to make that 1/32, and then it will move in smaller increments. So I'm using my arrow keys to get that centered. I'm placing the paw near the bottom because I want to leave room at the top for letters. Also, I'm going to rotate my work plane and make the height lower. All right, I like that. If you want to rotate your graphic, when you click on it, you'll see some arrows that appear. You can just grab those arrows and rotate. You can either use the mouse to rotate, or you can type in the number of degrees. So if you only want to rotate it 10 degrees, you can just type in 10 and it will rotate the number of degrees that you type in, or you can use the arrows to rotate. Once you have your graphic placed where you want it, you are ready to move on to the next step. Thanks for watching.